Yes, welcome to this educational series, part 3 out of 4. And today we are going to talk about the management of invasive alien species in Finland, Sweden, and Norway. And this webinar is part of the Barents Invasive Alien Species Project. So first I will introduce the project for you, and then the invasive species experts from each country are going to have their own presentations. And my name is Vilja Tupola, and I'm working as a field coordinator at WWF Finland. So I'm producing invasive alien species material for this project, but also coordinating volunteering work and educational events related to invasive species, and also oil spills response. And we have also other lecturers here, Titta Wikstedt from Finland and Linda Backlund from Sweden, Anna Marlene Myhre from Norway. But you can introduce yourself later when it's going to be your turn to present. So maybe that is the best way to remember the names. So first, shortly about the Barents Invasive Alien Species Project. So WWF Finland is one of the partners. The project duration is 2.5 years, and it includes also ministries from Finland, the Ministry for Foreign Affairs of Finland and the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry. The Natural Resources Institute of Finland is coordinating the project, and WWF Finland and Rural Women's Advisory organizations as non-governmental organizations are producing materials and webinars. So the project area is located in the Barents region in Norway, Sweden, and Finland. And there you can see the project aims. We want to raise people's awareness of invasive alien species. And our goal is to spread the information for citizens how to control the invasive alien species effectively. And WWF Finland is working only with the invasive plants, but other aim is to develop controlling methods for the pink salmon, and that is the separate part of the project. And the aim is also to establish a cooperation network in the Barents region. But this webinar is useful for all citizens in the north, not only in the Barents region. And we have the target plant species of the project that are garden lupin, Notka lupin, hogweeds, and Himalayan balsam. And they are spreading widely from south to north due to climate change, but also, for example, Notka lupin is spreading from west to east. And they are originally located here because of human action. And our experts will reveal the answers to the next questions. So we have these questions: what is the current spreading situation of the target plant species of the Barents Invasive Alien Species Project in Finland, Sweden, and Norway? And how do the regulations guide the invasive alien species management? And the third one is how can you report your observations and prevention, or maybe eradication is better word for that. So eradication work of invasive species in each country. So first one, we have Finland, and Titta, you can take the control of the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Vilja. So yes, my name is Titta Wikstedt. I'm from the NGO Finnish Association for Nature Conservation, where I work as a project manager currently. I was probably invited to this webinar because for the last few years I have been coordinating an invasive alien species project called Viekas Life, or Finvasive Life in English. The project actually ended last year, but the work against invasive alien species continues also in our organization. So first, a few words about these species that Vilja mentioned. Garden lupin is actually included in the national list of invasive alien species in Finland. I will tell you a little bit later more what that means. It's native in North America, but very, very common in most parts of Finland. The first reported escape from the garden was in the late 19th century. And actually the first reported observation from the Finnish Lapland was quite a lot later in 1978, but as Vilja mentioned, it is spreading towards north. Unfortunately, garden lupin is so common in Finland that it is already impossible to eradicate completely. It spreads very effectively through the seeds and is quite hard to get rid of when the stands are very large. In Finland, it threatens the habitats of endangered meadow plants and also crops. Controlling of the spreading to species-rich habitats is thus important, and basically the now I for some reason lost the control of the presentation. Now it's working, sorry. So the only way to combat the species is to prevent the spreading to any important habitats. It is also very abundant on road embankments that are important substitute habitats for meadow species that thrive especially well on nutrient-poor lands. Unfortunately, the garden lupin increases the nitrogen concentration of these road embankments and thus supplants the meadow species also in this way. According to the research, garden lupin affects local butterfly populations that relies on specific native plants. It also reduces the total number of insects. And in addition, the pollen of garden lupin contains lupanin, which is a toxic alkaloid that can affect the reproduction of bumblebees. And here is a map of the current spreading situation in Finland. These are only the reported observations from the National Invasive Alien Species database, so this doesn't probably include...
I think we can see the garden lupin slide.
Can you now see the Nootka lupin? Yes, good. So Nootka lupin looks very similar to the garden lupin. You can identify Nootka lupin from the hairy underside of the leaves. Leaves also have less fingers than the garden lupin, usually 6 to 8. In addition, the stem is branchy and flowers are blue and very rarely white. Nootka lupin is more adapted to the northern climate than garden lupin. It is native to the northwest coast of North America, and it also is included in the national list of invasive alien species in Finland. Nootka lupin is still, fortunately, very rare in Finland. The first known escape from the garden is from the 1986. This happened in the municipality of Luumäki, situated in the southeast part of Finland. There has been new observation in northern part of Finland in 2013 and 2020, and it is suspected that this species is spreading to northern Finland from Norway, as Vilja mentioned in her own presentation. The eradication would be cost-effective now before this species spreads to wider areas, especially to the parts in North Finland that are inaccessible to garden lupin, such as fells. Next slide, please. And then a few words about hawkweeds. Alien hawkweeds that are found in Finland are all included in the list of invasive alien species of European Union concern. These are namely Sosnovsky hawkweed, Persian hawkweed, and giant hawkweed. Hawkweeds are native to Caucasus and Southwest Asia. Heracleum species are umbelliferous, very large and tall, up to 3 to 5 meters. They also spread effectively via seeds, and these seeds can remain in the soil for years, incubated, and suddenly terminate even after 8 to 10 years, some say. In Finland, the most common is the giant hawkweed, but differentiating these species from another is difficult and not even necessary because they are all invasive and should be eradicated. The national target, according to the Invasive Alien Species Management Plan, is to get rid of this species by 2038. Giant hawkweeds grow in various habitats, fields, roadsides, meadows, abandoned yards, riverbeds, and forests, so they are very competitive. They were also introduced to Finland first as garden plants and now have been spread all over except for the most northern parts of Lapland. This species can form very wide, dense stands and thus reduces the biodiversity, and also can affect the recreational value of areas as plant fluid can cause skin irritation. And then we have the Himalayan balsam, which also is included in the invasive alien species list of European Union concern. As the name tells, this is native to mountain regions of Himalayas. Himalayan balsam is an annual plant and can grow up to 3 meters tall if the area that it grows is very suitable to the plant. Most often it grows up to 1 to 2 meters on average. Himalayan balsam thrives well on humid habitats and doesn't tolerate drought well. Himalayan balsam also produces large quantity of seeds that it casts several meters away when they are ripe. Seed bank is fortunately short-lived, some say 2 to 4 years. Thus, it is relatively easy to eradicate if the stand is very well defined and separate from other stands. Unfortunately, this species is so common that if you get it eradicated from one spot, it can quite often reintroduce itself from nearby areas. This was also introduced to the Finnish gardens in the 19th century, often found nearby residential areas, especially from garden waste dumping sites. As I said, very common, spread all over Finland up to southern Lapland. The harm Himalayan balsam causes is it also forms extensive monocultures and thus displaces native vegetation. It also attracts pollinators and thus competes with native vegetation in Finland. That was the species. Then we have a few words about the laws and regulations in Finland. We have multiple levels of invasive alien species regulations. First of all, the EU level invasive alien species regulation. For the common man, the most interesting part probably is the list of invasive alien species of union concern. There are currently 89 species on this list, and this regulation also includes, for example, requirements to the member states regarding the management and reporting about invasive alien species to the union level. Then we have a national act on managing the risks caused by alien species. This law basically tells how to implement the EU regulation in Finland. It also includes responsibilities of landowners and managers, but also governmental officials. We also have government decree on managing the risks caused by alien species. This basically is the national list of invasive alien species, and it is updated regularly, most recently at the end of the last year. It contains 39 species currently. Then we also have the national management plans. They are made to cover every species mentioned on the union and national lists. These plans include priority areas, how these species should be controlled, and what cooperation is needed to tackle the issue. Then, according to the invasive alien species regulations, a few words about it. First of all, not just invasive, any alien species should not be kept, bred, planted, sown, or otherwise handled in such a way that it could be released into the environment. There are a few exceptions for this part of the law. For example, it doesn't cover planting trees as specified in the Finnish Forest Act. But when it comes to invasive alien species, no one should release them into the environment, intentionally import from outside of the EU or from another member state. Anyone should not keep, bred, transport, place on the market, transmit, sold, or otherwise convey these invasive species at all. So there is a difference between regular alien species and invasive alien species. One can grow alien species, but anyhow should make sure that they won't be released into the environment. But invasive alien species cannot be grown at all. And for the property owners and managers, property owners and managers, according to the law, should see that reasonable measures are taken to eradicate invasive alien species included in the union or in the national concerned species list, if they are present in their property, and if the presence or spreading of the invasive alien species could cause significant damage to biodiversity or danger to health or safety. It should be noted that even though invasive alien species are seen as harmful, the eradication of these always require a permission from the landowner. And then next slide, please. Few words about reporting invasive alien species observations. The main portal in Finland is the national Vieraslajit.fi portal. There is a button on the front page that redirects to a form where details are given about the observations, namely what species the report concerns, what is the coverage of the species, if any eradication measures were taken. You can also add photo. Then you need to tell the municipality, point the location on map, and also give the observation date. One can also report invasive alien species observations via eNaturalist mobile application. When you do that via this application, the application automatically categorizes the observation, so one only needs to add photo and identification of the species. This is a quite quick way to report about the observations, but doesn't give as much information to officials working on invasive alien species as the detailed form on the vieraslajt.fi portal. Next slide, please. We have also a form for reporting invasive alien species eradication work. As I mentioned, you can briefly tell about the eradication measures when you report the observations, but if you want to give more detailed information, you can use invasive species control form that can be found on the National Species Database laji.fi website. In Finland, in Finnish you can find this form by the name torjuntatoimilomake. You should note that the use of this form requires an account to the laji.fi. You can create it freely, but you need to apply access to these forms from the service provider. So it's not as easy and quick to use as reporting the observations. And when you use these forms, when reporting, you first need to create an eradication site. You need to define the area on the map, give a name for the eradication site, and also give the target species. And then when you actually do the eradication work, you need to submit a new eradication work information every time that the site is controlled. On these submissions, you need to give date, estimation of the number of plants, used eradication methods, the extent of the eradication work. Did you eradicate the whole stand? Is there more work need to be done in the future? You can also describe threats to biodiversity. For example, if the stand is situated nearby conservation area. And you can also describe future needs for the site control. And that was all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and let's go to Sweden with Linda next.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Now we will talk about the Swedish situation. I am Linda Backlund and I work at the county of Västerbotten, and I work there as a coordinator and for the work with invasive species. And also I am a project leader for the fairly new project Inspire. And that's a project where we will work with information restoration and engagement. My computer says that I'm talking the wrong language here. You can change the slide. So I will talk about the species and how much we have of them and how we work with them as well. And for all the species, I will show you a big map over the Barents region in Sweden, and that is the county of Västerbotten and Norrbotten. And then you will also see a small map showing how it's looking in the whole of Sweden. The garden lupin, just as probably in all our countries, are widespread. And here in the Barents region, we have them basically in all the area except for the Norrbotten's mountain region. We also have a few regions in the mountains where we don't have as much lupins. And also, at least in Västerbotten, and I think in Norrbotten as well, we have a focus regarding eradication and extinction, that the mountain region should be our focus area, as they are having the most delicate nature types here. So next slide, please. And it is suggested to be included in a national list. I will come back to that a bit later, but here in Sweden we don't have a national list yet, but the only regulations that we have is connected to the European Union regulations. But there are work going on concerning the national list. But it is so far suggested to be included there. But what we are talking about right now, just as you heard, so the garden lupin is so widespread, so it's really difficult to have a complete eradication. So here in Västerbotten, we are now talking about that we need a new benchmark. We need not to focus on how much lupins we have everywhere, but we need to focus on the areas where we don't have lupins. So basically, you know, the lupins are primarily spreading due to the mowing along the roads, and they are spreading with the machines and their tools. So by starting the road mowing in the lupin-free areas, we secure them from getting the lupins. So first mow the lupin-free roads and then continue where the lupins are growing. It doesn't matter if they are spread more if there are already lots of lupins along the roads. And also we want to focus the aim of digging up the isolated stands of lupins along the roads. Probably most of you have been having this way of you go driving along a road and you don't have any lupins, and there's no lupins and no lupins, and suddenly you have one stand of a lupin. And these are the stands where we really get a high efficient eradication if we can remove them straight away. Next one, please. So then we have the Nootka lupin, and as you heard as well, they are more suitable for the northern parts here. And the Nootka lupin has also a possibility to grow at higher altitudes in the mountain regions. Still low altitude mountain regions. They don't go that high, but we do have the climate change, so we have everything against us in that part. But we have them primarily along the road up to the mountain village of Hemavan here in Västerbotten. And also we have a few stands in Umeå. And in Norrbotten, we have them in Tornedalen. And then we see frequent places along the road E45. So it's not that much, and I agree what previous speakers said, that we have a chance to eradicate these, but Nootka lupins are just as difficult to eradicate as a regular garden lupin. So it's still easier said than done. Next slide. In the county of Västerbotten, in Länsstyrelsen where I work, we have been focusing on eradication work in the mountain village of Hemavan. And as we have seen that they are growing more and more higher up in the altitude. So we've been doing that for 3 years and we'll continue this year. And what I know, this is, it's not much work going on towards the Nootka lupin in Sweden at all. So we are having this project, which is unfortunately quite unique. But what we see is that as we are working in Hemavan, we now see the engagement growing with the private landowners, and we know several places where they have or are going to start working with the lupins. Not only the Nootka lupin, but also the garden lupin. So it's easy it's not easy, but it's easier to establish engagement when authorities also are working with it. So that's good to see. Yeah, next. Then we have the giant hogweed. As you see on the small map, giant hogweed is really common in the southern part of Sweden. But here in the north, we don't have that much hogweed, giant hogweed at least. So we are happy for that, and we know that much eradication is going on. Giant hogweed can hybridize with the Persian hogweed, and that makes it a bit more tricky. If you change the slide, giant hogweed spreads with the seeds, but the Persian hogweed, they also spread with the roots, and that changes the eradication method that we should use. We always tell landowners that they must cut the stems 15 centimeters below ground because that is the only way to eradicate the Persian hogweed. And as it's tricky to differ the different species, it's better to just recommend that method. Covering could be a method as well, but cutting the stems is a quite fast way to eradicate hogweed, actually. Yeah, next. So the Persian hogweed. This is our national bad conscience, we could say, in Västerbotten at least, because there's hardly any Persian hogweeds in the other counties of Sweden, but Västerbotten has by far the most Persian hogweed. And we can only guess because in Sweden we call it Tromsø-loka. So most likely we have gotten it, of course, from Tromsø in Norway. And maybe we had some relatives living in somewhere in Västerbotten, and they had relatives in Tromsø, and probably they just got it here, and then it got really widespread here in the county. So yeah, we're trying to have a focus of this hogweed, especially here in this county. Yeah, next. So this is, of course, the hybrids with the giant hogweed, but this is necessary to eradicate with the stem cutting. So it's hard work, especially as it can be poisonous, but it's still doable, I would say. We have been working with the Persian hogweed for in one place, and we did the stem cutting first year, and then the second year we saw that probably a decrease with at least 75%. So it goes actually quite fast once you start eradicating it. Next. Himalayan balsam. Basically all around Sweden except for the mountain regions. In the northern part, we have the distribution primarily along the coast, but it spreads fast and it's going more and more towards the central parts of our county. Not much in the mountain regions, fortunately. So we have a focus for eradicating the inland stands first, so we can stop the spreading to the mountain regions. Yeah, next. We see that there is a high will to eradicate among the landowners. We have been working with invasive species in Sweden for basically 4 years. We're a bit after Finland, I would say. But now we tend to see a change of knowledge, even though we still have people that never have heard about the Himalayan balsam. So the information work needs to continue, of course. But we still see the high will to start eradicating. We see that we need to focus even more in working with a large scale focus, especially along the rivers, so we get all the landowners working at the same time. Different word. We have this new project Inspire that will focus on these kind of common eradications along the rivers. But as a hope, I can see that in another project that we had that was called Inspect, we were working in a creek called Degernesbäcken outside Umeå, and we were working there for 4 years. It was many landowners, and we basically did everything ourselves so we could get the eradication at the same time. But after 4 years, the eradication is almost complete. So it's also doable. Yep, next. So we have a map system that is called Fyndkartor. And here you can see which plants have been permanently removed. And this is just in the early phase. And you see that there's not really many dots here, so not much have happened yet. But I know that there's, as I said, a lot of eradication going on and has been going on for a couple of years now. So give it 2 or 3 years, and I would say that these maps will look very different, because we talk in Sweden a lot about when can you say for sure that a stand is eradicated, and we at least want to have 1 year, preferably 2 years, without any signs of the plant coming back before we can say that it is completely eradicated. So this will be interesting to follow these maps. Yeah, next. And the regulations, my slide looks so small compared to the last one we saw, but in Sweden we don't have any more regulations than the EU regulation, and we have a national act that is implementing the EU's regulation. But these national regulations just basically say the same thing as the EU regulation, and just points out who is responsible for doing what. So we don't have any kind of regulations except for the EU listed species. But hopefully we will have a national list in autumn 2024. There is a suggestion on at the government's table right now, and we will hopefully have that out for looking at and have comments on, and maybe everything will be in place in autumn. And then we have a few more species that will be regulated. And also we always need to have the landowner's permission if any plants are to be removed. It doesn't matter if it's invasive or not. You are not allowed to remove plants from another person's land if you don't have the permission. Yeah, next. So then the reporting of invasive species. We have our large database that is called Artportalen. And we have in order to report in Artportalen, you need to have an account, and then you can fill in lots of detailed information about the stand. But then we also have another place that's called invasivaarter.nu, and here you don't have to have an account. So when you do any reporting, no one can see your name reporting it. So many people feel more comfortable in reporting when they don't have to say that it was me. So this is used a lot, and all the data that is reported in invasivaarter.nu is landing in Artportalen. So Artportalen is the major database where us authorities take the data as well. We also have a few more places to report, but everything lands in Artportalen. We don't have, or we have a place for reporting eradication actions, but it is only for authorities, including municipalities. So there are no place for private landowners to report actions taken. And I feel a bit jealous about the Finnish system, because that looked really, really good. But as for now, we don't know if people have eradicated or have begun unless we talk to them. We talk to quite a few as we every year send out information letters to landowners that has gotten a report for the EU-listed species. So as for today, all the landowners that have a report has gotten a letter from us, and in these letters we tell them that they have a report for invasive species in their this and this property, and we tell them that they will contribute to the biodiversity by removing it, and we will tell them about the law and what they're obliged to do, and also information on how to eradicate. So, and lots of people call us back and asks for more detailed information if they don't know about it. So we hear that many people are eager to remove it. So it feels positive, I think. Yeah, next slide. Thank you. That was all from me. I just have a slide here, a picture with a lot of Himalayan balsam, and this is the place where we are going to work, start working this summer. We have a creek where it looks like this on both sides, and it's in the end of the creek we have a nature reserve, and it looks just the same here. So this is a creek where we are going to work with all the landowners upstreams, and hopefully we will have an eradication starting this year where we do it all together. Yeah, so thank you very much from me.
Yes, thank you. And next we are going to hear information from Norway.
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Ane, and I work at the Norwegian Biodiversity Information Center in Norway. We are the national agency that are responsible for assessing the negative impacts that alien species has on Norwegian nature, only the ecological impacts then. So I'm kind of in difference from you, from the others. I don't work in management, and so my management part of this talk is going to be quite slim, because I only work with kind of gathering and sharing information about the alien species together with experts. But I've summed up a little bit from the Norwegian Environment Agency as well, to sort of to have something about the management in the end. But my talk will mostly be based on what we have gathered in the latest alien species list of Norway, where we have risk assessed almost 2,400 species. Okay, next I can. And next, I'll start with the first question, and next. Okay, so the Nootka lupin. The map there shows the registrations of the Nootka lupin in Norway. It's not so many, but it might also be underrepresented, because a lot of people think everything is garden lupine, so they register it as that, and then so it might be a little underrepresented. Anyway, in Norway, it was both the Nootka lupin and the garden lupin was intentionally released because for erosion control around railways and such. So in particular for the Nootka lupin, we see that most establishment in really new areas are directly linked to railways of Norway. And now the Nootka lupin is found or registered in all counties except one, but it's assumed to also be present there. And the typical spread pathways of spreads are, of course, natural dispersal, contaminant of the soil, and hitchhiking in different ways. But the thing with the Nootka lupin, which might be important for the Barents region, is that it has geographic variation in the risk. It's one of in the Norwegian alien species list, it has the highest, it has been assessed to the highest risk, severe risk. But the negative impacts are limited to certain ecosystems, riverbanks and dunes. So this risk will not be the same in every region of Norway or in all nature. Okay, and next it's one little dot here. So all the species that are in focus in the Barents Invasive Alien Species Project are actually regulated by law in Norway. None of them are allowed to import or use in Norway. So they are on a list that regulates a lot of some of the alien species. That's actually just 30 species or something in total, but these species that are in the focus here, all of them are on that list. Okay, so this is just a little sum up of how the Nootka lupin has expanded over the last year and also in the years to come. So the graphs, they may seem a little technical, but I think the most important part is that we see that it seems to be expanding, and the rate seems to have been accelerating a little in the later years. But it's also, I mean, in Norway we got this portal called Artsobservasjoner, species observations, that came around 2007, and so a lot of the species has a lot of registrations in the later years, also because there are more people out registering. Okay, anyways, it is assumed to be increasing a lot over the next 50 years, 108% increase in the area of occurrence, so that's quite a lot in the future. Okay, next, I think. Now it's the garden lupine, and next one. I got a lot of in-between slides here. So the garden lupine has been registered almost everywhere in Norway, except for in the highest or in the mountain regions. As I said, it's the same as for the Nootka lupin, that it's been intentionally released for erosion control. And also it was used by in seed mixtures around or alongside roads and railways. So it has been spread with intention a lot. Yeah, I think we can just go to the next because it's really much of the same information here as the last one. Yeah, and just put on the maps as well. So we can see here that it has increased very steeply in the later years. The number of observation has just, well, exploded, frankly. It is also assumed to increase a lot, but of course 62% increase for this one is a lot of increase as well, because it's such huge area it is covering. Okay, next. And next, yeah. So the giant hogweed, the thing in Norway is that the two hogweeds, Tromsøpalme and this giant hogweeds, they are, the distribution seems to be quite opposite, with the Tromsøpalme mostly distributed in the north and these giant hogweeds are more in the south. But as you already said, they are easy to mix up or hard to identify. So according to the risk assessment in Norway, they believe that The giant hogweed is underrepresented in the north because people tend to think it's the other one, and the opposite in the south. So they may be a little bit more evenly distributed, both of the species. Yeah, and this one is also not allowed to import, release, or sell in Norway, as is the case for everyone. And next. Yeah, and very typical for this invasive species with the very high expansion speed and dramatic increase once they are starting to get established in nature. They tend to, well, increase a lot in short time. Yeah, we can just look at the small little maps as well. So we can see that in the map to the left, which were the case when our experts did the last risk assessment of this species, it was assumed to be in our northern county, Finnmark, but it isn't found there. So yellow in the map means that it is assumed to be there, but it hasn't been registered there. And we can also see that it's the same for the other ones. We assume that it will increase a lot, and it has from 2021 to now, it has increased by over 5%. So the registered observations of it. Okay, I think we'll take next. And next. The Persian hogweed, which is called Tromsøpalme in the region, almost the same as the Swedish name, I think. But the thing is that actually the first observation of, or the way that Persian hogweed came to Norway wasn't to Tromsø. It was actually to Alta in Finnmark that this species first arrived, and it was imported to gardening. So it started to escape from gardens pretty early. But then it thrives more, perhaps, in the Tromsø region. So you can see that a lot of the region or registrations in the map are in around those areas, and not so much in Finnmark. Yeah, I think we'll take the next slide on this one as well. We are starting to reach the end. So the expansion speed looks almost the same as the other ones. It has exploded sometimes after the 2000s, but then again, it's the tools to sort of report observations also didn't come before 2007. And these species, I mean, this large hogweed species, they hasn't been collected so much in like simply because of their size. They hasn't been collected so much in herbariums and such. So the registration before you could really, or the collecting in the earlier days were pretty low. So you can see the sharp increase when the digital solutions arrived. Yeah, and it's the same story as for the other ones. There's a lot of potential for densification and further spread of these species. So we still assume that their area of occurrence will increase the next 50 years for these species as well. Next, I think. Yeah, so that was the 2 hogweed species that are established in Norway by now, but in our alien species list, we also have these 5 other hogweeds, and most of these, they are door knockers, meaning that they don't reproduce in Norwegian nature yet, but we think that they will reproduce in Norwegian nature within the next 50 years if they arrive here. So 4 of these species aren't, or 3, I mean, of these species aren't of very much concern, but if you click once more on the slide, yeah, we can see this, Sosnovsky is of relevant for the Barents region. It's the only one of these species that are assumed to arrive in the Barents species region within the next 50 years. And so it's either because it's are imported unintentionally, like it's hitchhiking with us humans from Finland or from the what do you say it in English, the Kola, the northern Russia, because it's alien in those areas. Or it's also probable that it might come with workers from Poland and such, where it actually is used a little bit. And that's a high-risk species in Norway, the Sosnovsky, while the other ones there are low risk or potentially high risk. Okay, and next, Himalayan. Yeah, so it's not so much different information in Norway than in the other countries or for the other species. It's also found in all counties. It has it's spread by natural dispersal and contaminant and escape from gardens and garden waste. It was a popular plant in gardens before, but now it's also forbidden to import and use and distribute and sell. Okay, next, I think. Next one. And just put on the maps. I see the timer running away from us. So we can see that this species is also assumed to just continue density or continue to densify the, or how do you call it, densification the next 50 years. Yeah, it has already been increased by 15% the last 3 years or something. Yeah. Okay, next. And next. So these parts I don't have much to say. We have these regulations in the law, the regulation on foreign organisms, where some species are like the species we've talked about now. They are forbidden to import and sell or use in Norway, and others are species where you have to apply to import them or use them in Norway. And then there are different regulations for this, like in Finland, for this species used for timber production and more, and other species. But when it comes to asking the landowner for permission to do some management, you actually don't have to do that in Norway, according to the Norwegian Environment Agency, because we got this Norwegian Diversity Act, where it says that, and this is true for plants, for instance, that the competent authority under the Norwegian Nature Diversity Act may implement measures against alien species on the property of other persons to protect indigenous species and ecosystems. So we don't have to ask for permission. Yeah, and we also have this action plan, Norwegian Alien Species Action Plan, which I'll come back to that, I think, in the next slide, so we can just, or next slide, like how do we report things? Okay, so first, the most usual way to report observations in Norway are by the species observation, which are my which is something that we are drifting. So there you can submit sightings, and this is for like everybody in Norway. You can create an account and then register species. Okay, next. We also have this. This is sort of the orange thing there is sort of the same as the iNaturalist, or kind of, I think. We have this little app where you can identify species. So you can take a picture of something you see and it identifies it. But you can also then, if you are sure that it identified it as the right species, you can register it through the app because it directs you to this this species observation. And then we have the species map. So a lot of the museums and researchers that works on different institutions and such, they are sending us lists that are getting published directly in the species map app. So all the observations from the species observations and from GBIF and wherever it comes from, they are eventually shown in the species map, or they occur there. Okay, but when it comes to prevention work or registering that, we don't have a common national database for reporting management actions. There are some counties and protected area authorities that have developed their own tools. And there is a plan in this Norwegian Alien Species Action Plan. One of the actions that are in that plan is to develop such a tool, a national tool, like you got in Finland, to report prevention work against alien species, because it's highly needed, and we see that a lot of the people working in the counties are asking for it. So the Norwegian Environment Agency are working on it, but they don't have, there's so little resources and a lot of things to get done, so the money and time hasn't been there yet, but it's a plan. Yeah, I think that was my last slide. It's yeah, a little bit fast, but okay. Thank you. Yeah, that was not supposed to be shown. It was just that I was in Norway. We actually, or in the alien species list in Norway, we don't use the definition, or we haven't a definition for invasive alien species. We use high-risk species, and it's not clear if that's exactly the same or if it's actually a little bit different for different reasons. So it's something that we in Norway or my where I work, we have to think a little bit about it. So I just added it there to remember to maybe ask for it if it was time, but the time is up.
Yeah, good to know, and thank you very much. So yeah, you can visit the Barents website and learn more about this project, and yeah, you can see the website there. And